Hi, my Cancers. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for watching my videos. And just a heads up, if some of my videos may resonate with you, and sometimes they don't resonate. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And yeah, I will try my best to keep it general. But if love pops up, which it usually does, then I guess that's that, right? So with that being said, let's start. So what's going on with Cancer? What's going on with Cancer? Oh, okay, we have marriage, we have FWB, we have third party, we have no, we have sacral chakra, we have jobs, finances. Okay, and we have leave me alone at the bottom of the deck. Let me clarify. Every time I do Cancer's reading, I always hope, like, let it be a good reading, okay? Okay, can we clarify third party and job, finances? Okay, all right, cool. Can we clarify leave me alone? Hey, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. Can we clarify no and marriage? Okay. I mean, this is fairly negative, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, this is a very specific message. Feel free to click off if you're like, oh no, I feel like it's not gonna be a positive message, because I really don't like delivering negative messages, but at the same time, I'm a realist, you know? And I gotta deliver what is basically coming through, right? The good thing is on my channel, I usually my messages are positive and sometimes there are a few negatives. So there's a balance, right? But this is not going to resonate with all the Cancers, I can just tell, because it's so specific, right? If you're dealing with someone right now and you're not in a relationship, more like a situationship, more like there's feelings there, but there's no title. And if you've been intimate with this person specifically, even if you haven't, but like you're talking to someone and you're with someone, but like you haven't reached that like official relationship status, I can see that it's not going to reach that status of marriage. And even if, like, say for example, if you're a woman, even if you feel like, oh, I really want this person so bad, I'll be desperate, I'll even have a baby if it keeps them, it's still not going to result in marriage. I feel like this person would still not want to, they would not even be ready for marriage even if they wanted it. So they wouldn't marry, they'd happily watch you get pregnant and not put a ring on it, because I'm feeling the person you're dealing with, it's hard to pick up on their energy if they're like evil or bad or whatever, but all what is coming through is that we have sacral chakra, and sacral chakra is ruled by like the orange plexus, right? And it's like, it kind of makes you think of Leo, like fifth house energy, right? Pleasure. And sacral chakra is associated with sex, creativity, and pleasure, joy. And I feel like with this friends with benefits, usually when I see this card, I don't actually mean it as in like this friends with benefits. When I wrote this, I meant it in a way where there's more than friends, as in like there's more feelings than what is being shown. It was kind of innocent when I created this. However, in this particular context, it actually is the literal meaning, friends with benefits. It's like you could be thinking like, Gemini, but we're not friends. Of course, but it's less than a relationship. So that I feel like that applies here. And I feel like if you've been intimate with this person, that's all what it's going to be. A lustful situationship where the sex is great or you get your needs met, but there's no commitment. And if you haven't been intimate with this person is coming off with lustful energy, as in not lustful as in like they're thirsty, that's ruling over you, but they're happy to be romantic with you, they're happy to enjoy time with you, pleasure, and just relax with you, but they're not going to commit to you, at least in this current time. This could change because tarot is fluid, time is fluid, everyone has free will. This could change, but right now, this current energy, they have no intention to lock it down, okay? For a proper commitment or even marriage. Some of you, you're in a relationship maybe, but it's not going to make it to marriage. It may end before it gets there, or this person just never has the intention for that. So even if things may feel good, things may feel safe, you may feel like, yeah, but I always see this person, we're locked in, we're like this person in their headspace, they have no intention to lock it down. This could also be your energy. Maybe you're just like, oh, I know I'm not going to marry this person. I know it's not going to end this way. I'm just trying to enjoy my time while I can. I hope they realize that. It could be flipped. But it's just coming off a literal friends with benefits situation where we're just having fun and pleasure, but it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. And partly because of that, this person is focused on work. And that's what the third party is. So if you're wondering, is there anyone else involved? I don't think there's anyone else involved. Like, they're not seeing anyone behind your back. They're not in a full blown relationship behind your back. This person's just, when they're not with you, they're just focused on work. So they kind of see you as, this is going to sound rude, but a bit of a placeholder. Like, someone to pass time with, be romantic with, someone to play like being in a relationship with, but they don't intend to take it to the next level. So that's not an easy message to deliver. And it kind of reminds me of a podcast that I was watching not long ago, where some men, I'm not trying to blame all men, because, men watch this channel and, the roles could be flipped. It could be a woman doing this to a man. But I was watching a podcast and it said that sometimes a man will be with a woman for 10 years, maybe even kids or no kids, and they'll break up with that person, and then suddenly they'll find someone in 7 months, they'll get married to them and do everything that the person who they were with for 10 years was begging them to do. And people wonder, why is that? And then some men say, like, we change who we want to change with. But then some other men say, no, she just came at the right time. The one that we married, like, she came into our life at the perfect time. The one that we were with for 10 years was not even, I was with that woman at the wrong time, so I couldn't do anything. But then there's some women who counteract that. They're like, well, if it was the wrong time for you and now it's the right time, why didn't you just marry the one from before? Like, now that it's the right time. So I don't know, I feel like it's very controversial, very debatable. Different men have different answers because every man is different, right? But the main thing is, sometimes a man can use a woman, or a woman can use a man, or vice versa, or LGBT included, may use them to pass time. Like, and it's not even like coming from a place of, sometimes men don't use a woman as in like, oh, I'm going to intentionally pursue you and waste your time. Like, sometimes it's just a case of a man will tell you straight up from the beginning, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious. And they will make it very clear, even through their actions, even without making it clear that I'm not interested in you like that. Like, we can pass time, we can act romantic, we can do all these things, because some people are really good at acting. You actually believe that they love you and it's going somewhere, but in the back of their mind, they already know what their intentions are. And with men, once they've made their mind up, they don't change. It's very clear. Nothing will change their mind. So they're very logical minded, not very emotionally driven, as, well, say women, right? So, like, they will happily spend time with you, romance you, say the sweetest things, like yada yada yada. You'll think it's great, but then it just doesn't go anywhere. It just becomes a carousel where you're just going around and round and round and round. You're like, if things are so fine and like great, then why can't we get married? It's because they already made the decision not to. So it's like they want to enjoy it for the time until something better comes along, or until something happens and you split, and that's it, really. And it's sad because some men do this sneakily, but then sometimes a man is very straight up and honest about his intentions, but a woman just doesn't want to see it. They just feel like he'll change his mind, or, oh, I'm okay with it, but then they catch feelings. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I feel like that's exactly what the situation is here. This man is not out here talking to other people, but they're just focused on their work. Or women, sorry, I don't want to say specific gender, because men do watch my channel, and men are not always like, the ones doing all the, sometimes it is vice versa. But this person's focused on their work, and they're just here to have fun with you, and be a bit romantic with you here and there. But marriage, I know this is basically saying that it won't lead to it won't lead to marriage, and I clarified that, and I got the world card. So it will end a cycle. If you want something more, if you want something that is going to last and make it to that stage, basically spirit is saying you need to leave the situation. If you feel like, oh, but I don't want to leave the situation because I also get my needs met, I also feel romantic towards someone, then fine, that's up to you. But if marriage is your goal, or if you're a woman and you end up pregnant, don't be surprised if this person doesn't marry you even when you get pregnant. And especially if you are someone who comes from a really strong, well, not strong, but more like, what's a better word, very strict upbringing, where like you gotta marry before you carry, and maybe, not all women, but some women may feel like, if I get pregnant, it will speed up the process. It doesn't always work out that way. Some men are like, okay, all right, you're pregnant, okay, I'll be there for the kid, I'll be there for you, but I'm not going to marry you. you know? So this is just a warning, and it's not the best message to deliver, but it has to be delivered. And I'm so sorry that I have to be so blunt with it, you know? So one of the reasons why they just feel like it's not like gonna lead to marriage, this person, they're very defensive in terms of their heart space. Like they're very, I'm getting this person like they're nice, they're respectful, they're polite, they'll romance you here and there, but in their heart space, they've already made it clear that you don't belong there, and it's not personal to you. I feel like this person's just like that in general, but I feel like either you or someone may feel the need to take some space. We have Four of Swords. We have leave me alone. Underneath it, I did see disloyalty, but it doesn't mean this person's disloyal now. They could have the tendency to be disloyal, as in they could be enjoying their time with you now, and then in the future they will drop you. You know, so this is a warning, and I hate the fact that it's always Cancer reading. I feel like I'm picking up on a particular Cancer's reading. It's very specific every time, and it's not the best message to deliver. So if you're watching this and you're like, this is not my story, this sounds so negative, then I'm so sorry. It's probably not your story, but let's see. What's going on with Cancer? We have Four of Cups. We have Five of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. We have the King of Wands. I feel like this should be here then. Yeah, but we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Maybe you guys can have something friendship based, or you can find someone new. Okay. Oh, let me clarify this Two of Cups. Can we clarify the Two of Cups? Okay. Can you clarify this further, please? Is this new love or not new love? Ooh. Okay, no. Okay, well, okay. It seems to give off an on again, off again vibe, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because I do feel like someone's going to become very emotionally unavailable, or is emotionally unavailable. It's almost like some of you are in a situation where you're it's not even a relationship, but it's some form of commitment, because there's some consistency. You may see this person often, you may do a lot of romantic things. They're in your life, okay? They're stably in your life, but there's no commitment, but it's an illusion. So even if it is a commitment, it's like an unhappy commitment or an unhappy marriage, you know, as in like you're with someone, you can say, oh, you know, you have someone to do romance things with. Even for Valentine's Day, maybe some of you guys did something with this person, like this person doesn't have anyone else and you don't have anyone else, so it feels like a relationship, but there's no actually true emotions attached to it. Maybe on your end is genuine, but maybe even a part of you, if you can be honest with yourself, realizes, okay, this person's not giving to me the way I deserve. This person's not giving me what I deserve, what I truly want. So it's kind of like you've had to just adjust yourself just to fit this person in your life, because you'd rather have them than, you know, lose them. Even if it does mean compromising or over compromising or feeling like you can just take the bare minimum, it's almost like you're subconsciously conditioning yourself to accept less, knowing damn well you deserve more, you know? So it's like an unhappy situation. It may feel like, yeah, this is a stable relationship, but there's no genuine happiness. It just seems like this is what I'm used to. I hate change. And that's a Cancer trait. It's like we hate change, right? You know, it's like you guys just don't like having to try new things. You know, you guys get painted as introverted. It's like it takes you a while to open up. So when you finally do open up with someone, it's like you'd rather stick with that person than meet someone new, because meeting new people is just daunting and stressful and just too much work, you know. But there's a lot of emotional unavailability. Like there's romance there, but it's like, you know, in the back of your head, like this person doesn't love me like that, you know. And I probably, like, it's not even, it doesn't even have to be one-sided love. You could feel the same way, where like, I know damn well I deserve better than this, but you know, this is what I have to stay in to pass time, and this is the only thing I know, this is what feels right, you know. This is very specific. I could tell this is not going to resonate with a lot of cancers, because I know a few cancers, and some of the cancers I know, they're in happy, beautiful, fulfilling relationships. So I know this is very specific. But then there's some cancers I know that are not. And this applies to this kind of scenario, I think. I feel like there's a lot of mental conflict regarding moving forward. It's like it's almost like your mind knows that you have to move forward, but it's too much mental conflict to actually do it. It's like you know you need to move on. You need to turn your back to the situation, because even though it's like right now it's just you both are just, in this limbo stage, situationship stage, like you're not getting any younger. Like as you grow, you feel like, okay, my time is being wasted. My parents might start to question, like, do I have someone? Am I going to get married anytime soon? Am I interested? And you're going to not have anything to say because this person is very emotionally unavailable. So it's like it's very hard to move on, because like this is all you know. This is the person you've been with for quite a while. And you really like them, you find them very attractive, and it's just like, but I just feel drawn to them. Some of you may feel like you have some sort of connection to them. And I believe that. I truly believe you can be connecting to someone who isn't for you but is meant to teach you a lot of lessons, like a karmic bond, because karmic bonds can feel similar to soulmate bonds, but the difference is it's not, it's usually not all the time. Karmic bonds are not always toxic, but they definitely serve a purpose in learning things. But people can be happy in a karmic connection too. But it's nothing like a high level soulmate kind of connection. High level soulmate, everything feels at ease. Everything is honest. You know, you stand. It's a lot easier. It's happier. It feels more euphoria. You recognize each other from the very beginning. But karmic connections in this day and age, it feels like, oh, we met on Tinder kind of thing, and this person was banging this person behind my back, and we keep breaking up and making up. Like there's not much romance to it anymore in this time, in this period of time. So, I feel like karmic connections were a lot different in the olden days. Like even if you were in an arranged marriage, there's things to learn within that kind of thing. I feel like you will eventually make a decision to perhaps close this out, but I don't feel like it's a final decision, because I'm getting an energy of makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, because we have the King of Wands, so it's just like you break up, but then somehow, the King of Wands is strategic. They plan, they plot, it's like, okay, we break up, but then you may end up, either you or this person may end up trying to reopen it all over again. And I did get the Two of Cups, so I do feel like there's still a connection between you and this person, of course. I feel like it would be better served as friends, but it's hard to be friends with someone that you've been intimate with and you've been in love with at some point. So that connection will still be there, but I'm getting more like a trauma bond, if I'm going to be honest, because there's a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a lot of conflict. And things come to an end, and there's just so much indecision. It's like, I don't know what to do. Should I leave the situation or should I not? Should I do this or should I not? But when you're with someone who is your soulmate, everything's clear. You won't even need these readings. You will know how your person feels. They'll know how you feel. You will talk it out in the most healthiest way. And you can achieve that love as long as you're doing the inner shadow work. No one deserves to suffer in any love, but everything serves a purpose. Like, I'm not getting this person you're dealing with is evil, but it's like they're very dismissive. But we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you both do mimic similar traits in terms of the wounds that you both need to work on and heal. I mean, if you both can work on your healing together, or your shadow work, this can be a successful relationship. But I feel like it seems like one person puts more of the effort than the other, or one person seems more invested, because there is still feelings there. I feel like someone, I heard keeping the peace. So it's almost like you have problems, or you want to complain about something, but you feel like you have to keep your feelings in, to avoid any arguments. It's like, I'd rather keep this person and be quiet than let it out and fight and then lose them. This is very specific. I hope this does not resonate with majority of cancers, because it's a very specific message. Okay, what's going to be happening for Cancer? That is a contradiction. We have the Hierophant, then we have the Nine of Pentacles. That's like commitment, but also single. That doesn't make sense. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Emperor. I need to clarify. Oh, next up we have the Three of Swords. Okay, that makes sense. But I want to clarify a few things. Actually, there's nothing to clarify. It's very actually fucking simple because I do feel like if you stay in this connection with this person, eventually there will be disloyalty because we have the Three of Pentacles. So sorry, the Three of Cups and the Hierophant. It's like you guys may be in this somewhat commitment, right? But then there will be someone else in the mix eventually, the third party situation. So it's almost like you guys are not in a committed relationship. So technically it's not cheating, but at the same time it would feel like cheating if this person was to go and connect with someone else. You know, it would still hurt you or hurt. It'll either break your heart or hurt your ego, one of the two. For half of you, Cancer's resonating with this. But it's almost like eventually you start to think, should I make the decision to go? And I do feel with this Three of Swords, it's like I feel like the pain becomes so overwhelming that you start to hide it, you start to numb it, and you start to see people around you getting married, being happy, and living their best life with the loves of their life, and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm in a very unhappy situation and all I need to do is walk away. Why can't I walk away? So you may tend to hide your feelings for quite some time and it will just burst. Eventually it will just burst, and then you'll be put in a situation where, should I walk away and go for someone new, or basically be single and then eventually make the right person, or let the right person find me, or should I just stick to what I know? Okay, I do see if you do make the decision to end things or separation, or if even if it's the masculine that has to break your heart and literally cheat on you and create that room for you to walk away, I do feel like even if you decide to remain single and focus on your finances and focus on your dreams, your purpose, your goals, your hobbies, eventually you will find your soulmate. The Lovers card here. But you'll only find them when you're at peace by yourself, when you're okay, when you've cut cords with this person that you've been with, when you're actually okay. That is when this soulmate will enter, okay? So if you make that decision to go for someone new, I do see someone new trying to pursue you. Someone better. Someone who can also understand the pain you've gone through. Because this Three of Swords and the Emperor could also be a new person who's gone through some shit. They could have also gone through the same things you have gone through, and that's why the relationship may take some time. But I'm getting basically the main thing I'm getting is what's going to happen is you're going to be given a choice to move forward towards being single and focusing on yourself, and then eventually find true love who you deserve, who wants marriage, who's on the same frequency as you, who aligns more with you, or stay in the situation you're currently in and entertain third party situations and unhappiness. You know, it's up to you. This is again very specific. It's not going to resonate with a lot of Cancers, I can already tell, because not just because it's negative, but it's because why would the majority of Cancers be going through this? You know, this sounds very specific. Because I heard I never learn. So it's like something that is overly played out. And if you're a Cancer who watches my videos, you watch my picker piles, and like, I love your readings, I resonate with them, I just don't resonate with your zodiacs. That's a blessing, because these are very negative. I've noticed it's always Cancer's reading that has that negative undertone. And I don't know why, but it seems so specific. Maybe not all Cancers watch my reading. So the ones I do, maybe they resonate with this. So the choice is up to you. But what does Cancer need to know? What is being hidden from Cancer that Cancer needs to know? We do have the Three of Pentacles reverse, Magician, the Chariot, there you go. We do have the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Tower, and the Moon card. Next we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. So what do you need to know? I feel like for some of you, you may feel like you want to manifest this person. Actually, I feel like something with the full moon is today, or I'm doing this reading before the full moon, but by the time you're watching this, it's today. I feel like around this new moon time is Pisces energy, Cancer energy. Something's going to be revealed. Secrets are going to come to the surface, and it's going to give you a lot more clarity of what you need to do. So I don't want to sit here and tell you what you need to do, but I can tell you the benefits of you following your intuition, because eventually things will come out and you're going to then embody this Queen of Wands energy. You're going to embody that confidence and realize, you know what, I've suffered enough, And I don't know what it is maybe the shift of the full moon or under the full moon. You're just going to be like, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm done. You know, because we have the Tower card and the Chariot. This is you guys experiencing a sudden change, a sudden shift, like out of nowhere. It's like, you know what? Maybe I know what kind of love I want. Maybe this is not the kind of love I deserve. I deserve a lot better. I'm tired of entertaining this. Maybe I'm meant to go towards something else, or I'm just meant to be on my own for right now. I feel like something just will hit you. But I'm also hearing shock. So you might discover something that was like a secret that is just too much to overlook. And I'm getting that you may have tolerated so much, but it's like what you find out will be something intolerable. And then it leaves you to walk away. Because I do see the Seven of Swords. Someone's going to be doing something, or you're going to be investigating something, manifesting truth and clarity and asking God, like, what should I do? Someone's going to get caught doing something, okay? And it leads the other person to walk away and manifest better for themselves. They're like, you know what? Thank you for exposing yourself. Thank you for doing that. Because now I get to manifest something that is a lot more aligned for who I'm becoming and who I deserve. And then I just see you attracting new love. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So it's like you're no longer going to be entertaining third party situations. You're no longer going to be lost as a priority. You're just waiting for new love. So I do see you putting things down and going towards new love, because you manifested it by making the right decisions. It's like at the end of the day, you can watch subliminals that attract love. You could do all what you want. You could even do spells if you want. But at the end of the day, if you're not walking away from people who are not meant to be on your path, what's the point? What is the point? It won't work, you know? Sometimes you're not given something until you've done the hard part, which is walk away from what you feel like you don't deserve, right? Can I get a 10 card spread for Cancer? We have the High Priestess. We also have the Strength card. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Judgment. We have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. And we have the 10 of Cups. Sorry, 10 of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Cups. You know, please bear in mind, Cancer, that if you complain about, if this is your story, that is, and you complain to someone about it a lot, eventually they're going to start thinking that maybe you like the drama, because the solution to dealing with such a person or such a situation is to walk away if you're not getting what you want. Even if it's a hard thing to do, that's the solution, and there's no other way around it, you know? So it's kind of like when you're pregnant and you're like, oh, I've always wanted children, but I don't want to give birth. But then it's just like, I don't have enough money to hire a surrogate either. So it's just like, but I really want my bundle of joy. And then as soon as you hit in labor, it's like the most difficult thing you have to do is go through labor. But it's like, that's the only way you're going to have that baby though. So you just have to suck up the pain now so that later on you'll feel better, you know? And that's the same with this relationship. And if you complain to others, they'll look at you, they'll side eye you and be like, well, why are you in this, you know? And then what will you say, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's hard to leave sort of thing. But life is not easy and things are very hard to do. Like, but it's part of knowing what you deserve. Once you identify what you want and just work towards it, it's going to be hard. But I promise you, your future self will thank you for it. Okay, because at the moment we have the Strength and a High Priestess. I feel like your intuition is nudging you at the moment. Your intuition is saying, Cancer, come on, Cancer, you there, Cancer, you know, you gotta walk away, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you need the strength to follow that intuition. Because it's one thing to be socially unaware or emotionally unaware or spiritually unaware, and it's another thing to know exactly what you need to do and you just don't have the courage to do it. Because some people, you know, they've been mistreated their whole life. They wouldn't even see this as an issue. They would be like, yeah, this is fine. Or like, yeah, this is the love I deserve. Maybe in their childhood, this was normal to be okay with conditioning yourself to be okay with breadcrumbs. You'd be surprised. A lot of people have had that upbringing and that's okay. However, like some of them are just not aware that, you know, what they are receiving is a breadcrumb. But then it's another thing to know your intuition is screaming at you. You've got clarity, you've got advice from others, everyone is making it abundantly clear, but then still ignore that. Now people will struggle to have that sympathy to feel for you. I'm not saying you don't deserve it, but people will start to be like, okay, well, maybe Cancer likes the drama, or maybe Cancer likes this, because I think people view you as so self-aware, so smart, so intelligent, so they're confused, you know? The barrier to come is the emotional unavailability, is feeling rejected, feeling not good enough. Some of you may feel a bit depressed, okay? And you may feel like, how do I move forward? How do I move forward if I'm so depressed? Okay, everything may be very harder than you anticipated. But in the past, it's like you were willing to move forward, but it's harder than it looks. Okay, I feel like you do yearn to have something stable, something safe, something that makes you feel like you can be loved in the correct way. But I feel like when you finally do achieve that, if you do decide to walk away, it will feel so foreign to you. Okay, I feel like you want to make a final decision and stick to it. Like if you're going to end it, you want to end it and move forward and not have to look back. If you're going to continue it, you want it to be a good relationship where you can actually be happy. But it's like there's still a sense of mental conflict, because in the near future I do see you still having mental conflict. It's a fight, it's a struggle. It's kind of like in Islam. I don't want to bring religion into this, but in Islam, like, they do say something along the lines of jihad, and when people hear that word, they feel like it's about bombing people or committing terrorist acts, when jihad just means struggle. And sometimes the struggle can be in a form of a war, but sometimes the struggle can also be internal struggle, as in a battle within yourself, and that's the greatest battle of all, is within yourself. So you may feel like you're facing your own little struggle here, because you feel like, I know what I need to do, I just don't have the fight to do it, because maybe this situationship has chipped away your self-esteem. Okay, but the good thing is, like, I feel like if you make small little strategic plans to move, it's almost like it's ingrained in you, your intuition is nudging you. So it's like the mind, the plan is there. If you make little movements towards what you need to do, eventually with time, because they say, like, women leaves the relationship mentally before physically. But if you're a man watching this, vice versa, a man will leave emotionally first, and then, well, it's not really a saying, but I'm just trying to apply it how it would seem, like you may plan to leave, basically. Okay, because you're being seen as indecisive, you're being seen as, and you're not just being seen this way by the person you're with, you're also being seen this way by other people are looking at you. It's like, you don't even know what you want, so how can we take you seriously? Like, do you want them or do you not? If you want to be treated badly, then stay. If you want to be treated nicely, then leave. Like, what's the difficultness? People are seeing you as someone who is still making a decision. So I don't know, like, even the person you're with may see you as very, like, wishy-washy, like, driven by emotion. You don't know where to go. But I feel like this is what you subconsciously need, but may avoid, which is the hermit. It's like you may need a lot of alone time to reflect, to think about what you want, what you deserve, what you're willing to get out of this, what is best for you, etc. But it's like it's just too much facing of shadow work. It's like you don't want to be alone with your thoughts. Okay, but the outcome, I do see the 10 of Pentacles, but I'm not gonna lie, Cancer, I see this happy relationship with someone new, not someone from the past, because we do have the Ace of Cups as the overall energy, and that is new. Ace of Cups is a new thing, it's beginning of new things. And I do see you being really, really happy with someone else in the future, but I'm gonna keep it real. It's not with anyone you're with right now, especially if the relationship is one-sided or stressing you out, or you just have to adjust and want less of something. It's like, if you have to keep silent to keep the peace, you're in the wrong relationship. So is there any other information that you want Cancer to know? We have patience. Yeah, I feel like what you guys desire is patience. You want more time before making big decisions. And I feel so sad, because I feel like you guys wish people were patient with you as well. Like, maybe you don't want to come off as overburdening everyone with your situation, but it's just like you just need more time, okay? And that's fine. People make decisions, at their own time. We have productivity. Yeah, you're being asked to just focus on other aspects of your life, remain focused. Try and keep yourself a bit busy as well, so that you're not really like focusing on so much on this connection. There's still so that you incorporate a bit of emotional distance, okay? We have guardianship. Yeah, so there's a need to protect yourself, okay? This card is all about protecting yourself. from getting hurt and from wasting your time. Okay. And we also have adaptability. Okay. So I feel like maybe you've adapted yourself to fit this sort of situationship, but you know damn well you wouldn't be proud of it, because if you are proud of it, I'm getting a sense that some of you don't tell like close people, like family members, about what this situation is, and that could be because you know how they would interpret it. They would look at you with pity. They'd be like, what's going on, you know? So you may feel like you've adapted to whatever the situation is, but you're being advised to adapt out of the situation, as in the way you boxed yourself in to accommodate to this person. Why don't you adapt yourself out of it and realize, you know what, it's okay to want big things and go after those big things, instead of playing it safe by staying with someone who is not going to give you what you deserve, you know? What advice do you have for Cancer? We have create, yeah. You know, some people do ask me, like, you know, because I've also gone through really bad situations in my life, and people are like, how did you change it around? I started to change it around when I realized that, oh shit, this is my life. It's nobody else's life but my own. Therefore, I have autonomy to change things that I don't like about it. Even if it is hard, I can make the right steps to do it and stay on point. And that's what happens. So when I see this card, it makes me think of that. It's like, this is your life, Cancer. No one else is going to change it for you. You get to be the creator of your own life. Okay, you are the artist of your own life. Therefore, no one's going to live it for you. So no, you don't have to wait for people to break up with you for you to mourn their death, or mourn the end of the relationship. Or you don't have to wait for someone to tell you, I don't like you, or I don't respect you, for you to get the hint that it's not going where you want it to go. You get to decide, well, I want to get married. I want to have children one day. I want to have an amazing life. So you know what? I'm going to have to do the unthinkable, that is very hard, and walk away and focus on myself. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, I'm going to fucking cry. But I have friends that I can support, you know, that I can lean on for support. And that's it, you know? Like, it just starts with you. We also have open your heart. Yeah, this is all about healing. This card is about healing. There's going to be a need to heal and to realize what you are deserving, you know? Because sometimes we're in relationships that are just reflecting our trauma, you know, of what we've gone through. And you need to heal so that you can see what you deserve. We have you're not afraid. Yeah, this takes a lot of courage, but I believe in you. I believe in you. We have accept love, like real love, not, oh, I'll take scraps because I don't want to be alone. This is what I'm used to. The person's hot. No, you deserve true love, so may you accept true love. But that all starts with self-love. And I know that's such a cliche, but it is what it is, you know? Any advice you have for Cancer? Perfect timing. Meditation brings answers and forgiveness. Yeah, forgive yourself. Don't ever look back and be like, oh, I'm so stupid. I don't know why I did that. Forgive yourself. It's all about living and learning. And we all live and learn. And that's okay. We're not all perfect. We've all gone there. We've all been there. Really take some time to meditate, cleanse. If you guys are into fasting, maybe fast for a day or two. It may clear your mind and give some spiritual clarity. Just get in touch with the Creator. Get in touch with God and see what you need to do. Things will make sense at perfect timing, but within the next few months, I do see you making rapid changes, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself. At the end of the day, shit happens. No one's perfect. What advice do you have for Cancer? We have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah. So some of you, you may really feel like my time is ticking. Like you may have a desire to have a really good career, get into good shape, get married, have children. You may want to travel the world and do amazing new things. Keep that vision board alive. You guys may have a vision board. Keep it alive because it can happen for you. But remember, you still have to put somewhat of effort into it as well. We also have lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Yeah. Don't be those people who they look through people's stuff, their house, their phone, they find things they don't like, but they stay. If you're gonna stay, then there's no point of searching for answers if you already have the answers but won't do anything about it. You know, if you are ready to question something, be prepared to follow it up with action, because anything that is a not alignment for you must go. Okay, because you accepting less than you deserve is your way of telling the universe, I don't deserve much, which is not true. You deserve a lot because you're amazing in every way. So anything that's not aligning with you, let it go. Question it and let it go. We have I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. This is you changing things in your life. Okay, you may even get an apology from this person because they may just straight up tell you when you find out something that, yeah, my intention is this, it hasn't changed or whatever, you know? But this is also rearranging things in your life and feeling I'm not getting any younger. Okay? It's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't feel like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm in this situation. Sometimes we've got to hear those hard messages. And I promise you, Cancer, I'm coming from a place of love here. I'm only delivering the messages here. If you feel like this is such a sad reading, it's not your reading. And I hope it's not your reading because I don't like sadness, right? I mean, who does? But if this is your reading and it resonates, then, just know I'm not judging. I've been in similar situations myself. It's okay, you know? We have wait, it's not time yet, things are being woven. Yeah, so at the right time you'll know what decisions you have to make. But I believe in you and I trust your judgment, guys. What love advice do you have for Cancer? We have religious factors. Yeah, you guys could be very different in races, religions, belief systems, mindsets, and overall there's definitely a big difference between the both of you. Maybe you guys are just not aligned, but you get to decide what you want very soon. Okay, so depending on what you want to bring into your life will determine how soon it comes. Okay, we also have this could be the one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting that this is someone new. I'm not getting an old person. I feel like you're gonna start to realize that you are so incompatible and different with the person you're with that you end up manifesting someone new, and that next person is the one. You are lucky because you may be one of those people where you haven't dated much, or maybe you peaked in adulthood and you may be in this situation with this person, but the moment you decide to leave them and focus on yourself and focus on other things in your life, you end up finding someone who's actually meant for you, who you end up settling down with. But you can't find your future husband or your future wife unless you let the person that is dragging you down go first, right? We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So I feel like if you were to leave someone and just focus on yourself and focus on what makes you happy, see, I even oh my God, where did it go? I split the deck and I saw a new love. And I'm like, see, this is exactly what I was saying. This is exactly what I was saying. You're gonna attract a new love. Okay? Even if you're not in the mood for it, even if like after dealing with this, I'm not even open to new love, that's fine. But be open to independence and eventually love. But you need a lot of healing. And sometimes God does things in mysterious ways. He knows that human beings don't like to listen to words. So he sends connections in because you guys listen to romance, right? So sometimes they really do be like that. But I hope these messages were able to help you. This felt like a personal reading because I know damn well this is not like a very general reading. I feel like this is very specific. But yeah, take care. Bye, guys.